movies, everybody likes them, right? Action movies, horror movies, adult movies, drama movies, extra adult movies. Everybody likes them. But you know who really likes them? Manga artists. Ever since manga's been a thing, there's been constant references, homages, ripoffs, anything of popular movies within manga. From Gogo 13's author being inspired by James Bond to Tetsuo Sawatari's whole body of work. Even today, with the Japanese release of Bullet Train getting artwork from the mangaka of Rave Master and Eden Zero. Also Fairy Tail, but I hate Fairy Tail, so yeah. Safe to say that manga takes massive influence after film in various ways, but none more so than the currently running fighting manga Ender Geister, one of my favorite series right now. Now, what is Ender Geister? Or, let me just get on Google real quick. Soy no Taimashi. That's really easy. Soy no Taimashi is JJK, but instead of emotionally traumatized teenagers, you get a cool ex-Spec Ops film nerd named Akira Kurosawa. Yes, really. And Chigage, an exorcist who's been partnered with Akira to investigate a bizarre anomaly that's shaken up the entire exorcist world. I'll be honest, the plot ain't a major draw here outside of one really clever arc. It's no worse or better than whatever's typically going on in Weekly Shonen Jump. But what is better is the fight scenes, which are all fantastic. Takashi Yokoyama is a genius at paneling and constructing interesting action. Every fight flows super well with really careful attention to posing and panel-to-panel choreography. Every once in a while he tries something more experimental, like a fight entirely in first person, something that I don't think I've ever really seen outside of this manga. And I don't mean like a quick flashback or quick POV shot. I mean an entire, well-choreographed fight is done entirely in first person as an homage to Hardcore Henry. On top of that, he throws in some really great banter between all of our characters to keep things really interesting. Fight between Anime Sam and Dean here being a good example. There's something clever going on from chapter 1 onwards. From intense sniper duels, mystic kung fu fights, and battles with Discount Sukuna. Yokoyama's got a really good eye for action. The characters are pretty cool. Our two leads have a cute little romance partnership thing going on. Akira's got a whole I just want to live kind of disposition. And our various disturbing villains each have a little bit of madcap energy injected into them, making them a treat to read about. Personal favorite being the manager, who is literally just Clint Eastwood. But then again, most characters here, if they're not our two leads or a pretty girl, are just a traceover of a celebrity. Examples being Fat Dragon, I think it was, who is literally just Sammo Hung in Anime Sam and Dean that I already referenced. It can be pretty annoying as it's a showcase of Yokoyama's shortcomings as a starting mangaka, as well as an interesting way for him to display his love of movies and manga. Another way he does this is with chapter titles. Each chapter is named after a popular movie, with some examples being Boondock Saints, Dogtooth, Aeon Flux of all things, and The Devil Wears Prada. I will never forget how he turned Steven fucking Seagal, the butt of all jokes in Hollywood right now, into some 4D chess-playing Eisen-style manipulator. I will say one downside to the manga is that the central power system is not very well explained. This can work sometimes, like in the Sammo Hung fight, where you can kind of see him sealing away his opponent's strength, and you have to figure that out visually while attacking, without any kind of annoying text box explaining, keeping the flow of the fight fresh without interrupting it like a certain other mangaka does. But then you have dudes like Unnamed Businessman or Sato, whose abilities could have used a bit more explaining here. But even then, it's nothing too bad. It's a fast-paced manga after all. It's probably unincluded to keep that flow going. It's ongoing right now, and their scanlation team is doing the manga. Typically have long intervals between uploading a chapter, but I definitely recommend it. 78 chapters, available on all those websites you pretend not to visit. It's pretty much just fight after fight. That's all I got for you. Subscribe, like, peace y'all.